chiropractor. He broke my back. Episode of Chats with Cal. Now, you're here, you see the fireplace, you hear it crackling in the background, you're cozy. You're like, oh, I already like it here. He's got this smooth voice, winning smile, because my teeth sparkling. Anyway, welcome to the pod. First episode of many. Your favorite podcast. We're just gonna get straight into it. Got set up for a coffee date with a girl who clearly was not over her ex. She talked the whole time and even cried over him. She talked the whole time about him and even cried over him. Now the date ended and she told the person who set us up that I was not her type. I rolled my eyes, obviously, and said, clearly, because I'm not her ex. Now, to me, that's scandalous. If my friend set me up on a date knowing that girl was not over her ex, first of all, that's an op. That's not my friend anymore. It's kicked to the curb. Secondly, why is she accepting dates knowing she's going to do this, humiliate herself? And then she had the nerve to go back to this friend and say, yeah, nah, not my type. Sick. Sick type of people. That's what I'm thinking. Because honestly, like, if that was me, why are you there? Why are you wasting my time? He's better than me. I would have just got up and left. I would have left. There's no time for that nonsense. Why do we have to pay for streaming services that still have ads? Honestly, that's been something that's been bugging me. Because I'm like, how does it make sense that I'm paying for this streaming service and then you get to go and grab some more money from somewhere else and make me watch ads, then force me to pay more for something I'm already paying for? Make it make sense. Now, this only started to grind my gears when I saw Amazon announce that they're going to be providing, they're going to be charging extra $3.99 if you don't want ads. Now they said the ads are going to be light or commercials. They said they're going to be light, but still, I'm like, why do we have to do this? Jeff, I already paid you, my $200 or whatever it is to keep my Prime membership. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to us? To all of us. And that's not the kind of behavior that gets you invited to the chats, gets you uninvited. If I was doing this on a boat, call you a scallywag. You'd be walking a plank right now. But that's not the behavior that we condone here at Chats. It's an open forum. We allow you to share what's on your mind. And it's a free space where you can be ruthless, be reckless, be scandalous, but not a scallywag. There you go. There's a commercial for Chats with Cal. So if you run into people and they're like, what's this podcast about? Just fast forward to this moment right here. And Anyway, getting back to it. Are teeth transplants a thing? That's something I was thinking about. I can't remember if this was a conversation I had with someone. No, it's not. I saw it on Reddit. It's another Reddit question. Are teeth transplants a thing? Honestly, I thought they are. Isn't that what a veneer is? Or getting veneers, aren't they teeth transplants? What are they? What are veneers? I just know that someone goes into an office with yuck mouth teeth, comes out with white teeth. So someone needs to explain something. Are veneers teeth transplants? Or what's going on with veneers? I'm not a orthopedic surgeon. I think those are the people who do it. But I feel like I need answers. Am I going to get veneers? No, it's not on the cards right now. It's not on the cards. No, unless if like my teeth start to fall out or something like that, or yeah, that's really it. I think I have pretty decent teeth, so just gotta ride it out till they fall out. That's kind of my goal with my teeth. But yeah, if if you have more expertise about veneers, counter teeth transplants, or if they're a thing, comment down below, share what you think. I'm curious because I want to know, are they a thing? Teeth transplants, not veneers. I know veneers are real. Do dentures count? No, they're not transplants. They're just fake. They're just fake. And I was talking about this the other day with someone too. I was like, you know what? If I was to have, if my teeth were to fall out, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get. I don't know. I think I'll just get dentures. But then I'm thinking, do I really want to go through the whole like take them out, put them back in your mouth, whole ordeal? I don't know. But then again, I'm at that. You're already at that point, right? You're probably like 50. That's low balling. Sorry to all 50-year-olds. Let me take that back. Let me recant. You're probably like 70, 75, 78 plus. Maybe 85 or something like that. And at that point, it's like, who are you trying to impress? They're all in the same age bracket. You can just take them out. Ew, that sounded disgusting. But I think that was such a good sound for that. If the mic caught that, clean. Because then I don't have to do add the sound. But anyway, you're just ripping them out and you're like, come here. I feel like that's, at that point, it's probably hot. If you're an 85-year-old, 90, and you hear, come here, all gummed up, that's probably how Riz happens at that age. Don't ask me for confirmation. Some things you just know. And I know that. Anyway, back to the questions. This was something I was been thinking about for the longest time. Are chiropractors real doctors? Like, honestly, are chiropractors real doctors? Because, and they don't graduate with an MD or anything like that. They're doctors in chiropractic science, but they're not an MD. So I'm always been curious why we treat them in the same way of doctors. Like, people just, and not really that actually. What has been making me think is this, the fact that we always, not always, but society goes to, maybe that's just in the US, but everyone kind of recommends a chiropractor. You got a little pain or whatever. My neck's kind of weird, chiropractor. My lower back's kind of weird, chiropractor. I threw back too hard last night, chiropractor. So I'm always wondering why that's the thing, because they're not real doctors. They are, but they're not. And most of the time, I feel like they provide like short-term recovery. It's never like a long-term thing, and yet everyone's still like, yes, Jeff the chiropractor, he broke my back, and now I'm great. My back was hurting, but now it hurts less. Yeah, that's obviously someone else, because no one's gonna be breaking my back, never. But yeah, no, I don't think that's a cool thing. But comment down below or share your thoughts if you think chiropractors are real doctors. Me personally, I don't. No offense to any chiropractors out there. Maybe one day I'll need your services. Probably never, because I'll go to a physical therapist first before going to see you. No offense, but I feel like they actually help more, because it's more of a long-term fix, because it's a muscular imbalance, not so much a skeletal imbalance. Like, if your muscles are what hold up your skeleton, why are you getting those rearranged and not strengthening the weak muscles? Because I had a friend, it was a few weeks ago, they were like, yeah, nah, I got lower back problems. And I was like, what? Okay, well, go find a physical therapist. They'll help you with the imbalances. So a lot of the time, lower back, from my personal experience, it's been like either something in your glutes, or your hamstrings, a weakness there, or even maybe Yeah, glued to hamstrings or something like that, or your upper back. But it's a chain. The body works in a chain. The muscles work in a chain. So if the pain is here, say your lower back, it's probably kind of stemming from something else being weak, and it's compensating for that weakness. Just saying, I do not have an MD, or I don't know if physical therapists get an MD either. Now that's going to be another debate. Could look it up, but we're not going to on this chat. If it really bugs the rest of you who are listening, then yeah, come back for me, and then I'll answer. I'll find out the answer if you're too lazy to look it up yourself, or if you just have beef with me because I have beef with chiropractors. Then yeah, come back for me. Will I respond? We'll find out. It's only one way to find out. Yeah, double finger guns. For those you just audio listening. Anyway, back to the questions. Well, actually, no, that's enough questions for today. So we're at a point where, you'll be listening. You see the fireplace still. You're cozy. You love the voice. You love the face, for those you video watching. And you're wondering, how can I make sure I don't miss out on any content? It's easy. Subscribe, like, and if you're really keen, hit the notification button. You won't miss out. And if you're on anything else, make sure you give me a 5-star review. There's no reason to give me anything but that, unless you're a chiropractor. Then yeah, you're welcome to share your opinions. 4 stars. That's the lowest we'll accept. Because you have no reason to give anything below that except that. But you can share your information, but it's true. You're not a real doctor. You're not an MD. So you're a PhD. You're a doctor in chiropractic science. Anyway, 5-star review, like, share, subscribe, and just make sure that the community grows, the chats continue to grow, and make sure you share your questions down below. If you have any questions that you wanted to ask, it doesn't matter how reckless they are, share them, and we'll chat with Cal. Anyway, back to it. So got some random news. It's been big news that Epstein's list has been out. For those of you who don't know where this list came from, so Jeffrey Epstein, during his trial in 2015, had a book that was used as part of the trial, but it wasn't public knowledge of who was all involved. And the names were kept in under wraps during the lawsuit of Epstein's former girlfriend. I don't know how to say her name. Ghislaine? Anyway, Miss Maxwell. And then in December of last year, federal judge ordered the names to be released. And then we already knew that Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton were on the list prior to releasing on the full list. So honestly, this thing is a death note. So anyone's name who ends up in here, honestly, that is what it is. Your career has to die after that. Because if you're a known associate of sex trafficker, doing all of that stuff with children, a pedophile, you can't have a career after that. Now, the fact that, Clinton and Prince Andrew were just known associates, so this list is a list of known associates, but still. And obviously, Bill, in typical fashion, did not. Dang, I cannot do a Bill Clinton impression, so just forget that even happened. But we're gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna try. I did not sleep with those children. That's what Bill Clinton said through his people. We don't know what he did, but he's a known associate, and we knew this before the list. So let's take a quick gander. Actually, okay, so we touched on Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, And for the record, allegedly, this doesn't indicate you did anything wrong if you're a known associate. I had to make sure I clear that up before anyone comes for me for name dropping them, even though they're being name dropped already. Anyway, in my opinion, there's no way that you didn't know. These celebrities, they rolled in circles. There's no way you didn't know who this person was or what was going on. They were in them circles. They just turned a blind eye. But anyway, okay. So I'm only gonna name a couple. I mean, yeah, we already knew about Prince Andrew. I don't know why my accent changed. Prince Andrew. Ew. Anyway, Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Trump is a known associate there, but he just does that scam. He's just a scandalous guy. Like, for me, it's not even a surprise he's there. The extent that he was involved, that would be the surprise. But yeah, no, this guy has already had a lot going on. This is not even a surprise. But I'm gonna list a few people who are a surprise, because this is my first time looking at the list, because I don't study for tests. I just ball. Leo DiCaprio is listed on here. Bear in mind, this list is of 150 people, so that's why I'm not going through the whole thing. We don't have enough time for that. But Leo DiCaprio is on there. That is actually, maybe he's not. Isn't he the guy who only likes women who are under 25 or something? That fits his category. Not saying he does that with kids, but just saying. He's on the list, so he can't speak. No, oh my gosh, Stephen Hawking. That's so funny. It reminds me. I'm gonna clip it in here for the video watchers. For the audio watchers, I'm sorry, but it reminds me of this TikTok that I saw, and it showed like Stephen Hawking when he lands on Epstein Island. He's rolling up in the wheelchair, and then as soon as he gets on to free space on the island, gets out of the wheelchair, just starts sprinting. It was hilarious. He was the fool. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. But the fool, you know what it is. And he just dipped. Crazy. Anyway, Kevin Spacey's on here. Of course Kevin Spacey's on here. Nah, he's a known perpetrator. Him, no surprise. He was probably doing the whole business. He's lucky is he in jail still? Did he go to jail? I know that he ruined House of Cards. He couldn't just keep his fondlings to himself and at least finish House of Cards before he did all that nonsense. Sick. That's selfish to me. How we loved House of Cards and then you ruined it. I can't go back and watch it. The last season was horrible. No offense. Claire was a great character as a side, right? But she can't be a main. You don't have mashed potatoes as a main piece. It's a side. It's a side. Anyway, no, Chris Tucker, what are you doing? Nah, this has to be another Chris Tucker. It can't be our Chris. You know what? The more that I keep reading this list, the more disappointed I am. Nah, let me just. They literally have one guy, Ron Eppinger. Period. Everyone they describe their accolades or whatever they're known for. Him, known as a sex trafficker. I can't keep looking at this list anyway, but we move on. That's the Epstein list. If you want to look at it, I'm going to put the link down below to this article that has all of the list. It's by the Independent. They have the whole list. So it's the Independent. You can go ahead and read it. Look at the list. If you feel like ruining your Friday night like I did mine, go ahead and do it. Find out some of your heroes are on there. Yeah. Now, now I go back to the little blurb that I said before, that, it doesn't mean they did any wrongdoing. They're just known to associate with a sex trafficker. But it doesn't mean they did anything with the sex trafficker, child sex trafficker, celebrity child sex trafficker. Yeah, it doesn't mean they did anything though with that guy. They just probably hung out for drinks, chats, but not with Cal, just chats. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, and then let's just roll it out, because obviously that's just dampened the mood here. So we'll end on some interesting random facts that you didn't know. Tonight's gonna be about sheep. 3 facts, interesting facts, fun facts about sheep. 1, sheep have rectangular pupils. Ooh. 2, they have an excellent sense of smell. 3, sheep can self-medicate. Yeah. They're real doctors, unlike some others. And that's it. And that's it for the first episode with Chats of Cal. Thank you so much for hanging out.